Hello everyone, and what a year has been for Dying Light 2. We've had the gut feeling update, the Pilgrim Outpost, the Good Night Good Luck update, Summertime update, Community Update 3, Winter Tales update, and now finally the long awaited second anniversary update. In my honest opinion, the game has been going into a very healthier path of content and additional updates since Timos McTullough has received that well-deserved promotion. I had bought Dying Light 2 just 2 months after release, and even to this day I still cannot believe we used to get monthly updates, so as always I am grateful that the developers are getting even more time to iron out Nightmare Mode and the Tower Raid, so they can be as jam-packed and immersive as this update has been. Before we get started, if you come to like the content you see, leaving a like and subscribing really does help out the channel a ton. Without further ado, let's jump right into the update. February 21st was the day that Techland had released a long-awaited firearms update, which came with a few major surprises that were not even listed on the roadmap, but we'll get to those goodies a bit later. The firearms were introduced in a side quest from a mysterious new character named Jay. You would learn more about where the guns have gone and uncover a pretty big conspiracy in which a certain military faction was tasked with hiding certain sets of weapons and its ammo scattered around the city, all stemming from one big bunker. You soon come to face a new bandit who goes by the name Tackhead, who blackmails you to retrieve a decoder for Jay's life, in which Aiden quickly adheres to, and Jay tells him about the location where the guns and ammo were stashed in an underground parking lot bunker, where you would soon meet up with Tackhead and his goons. Not a hard fight at all really, and soon after you'll discover your first collectible named Task Force Toolkit, which was a conspiracy I had mentioned earlier about very specific soldiers overseeing redistribution of firearms and its ammo. Overall, the side quests are not bad at all, considering new characters were also introduced very briefly, like Gatsby, who also just seems to be a very selfish yes man who just wants to feel like he belonged to a faction from rags to riches. Then there's Delta, who first comes off with a sort of hard shell personality, but then after doing one task of fetching certain items, she comes off as a sort of having a crush on Aiden, and I'm still trying to figure out if it's genuine or just one big slide of sarcasm, as her tone does seem to also convey mixed emotion about the entire interactions, and due to that I'm not really connected to the character at all, so yeah, take of that what you will. Next up are the Survivor missions, which at the time of writing is only 3 missions, in which I have to say the music is amazing and really helps with the overall tension of each mission while Jay talks to you throughout each one. 6 more are coming in the next 2 weeks as well to bring in more variety as well as incorporate more unique missions with different types of infected, raising the stakes of survival even higher. This is a very good step in the right direction in terms of endgame content, and I am also glad they are releasing more in confidence to this method of replayability, so as players won't quickly feel bored and have something to look forward to in the future. As for Jay as an agent, you do get additional golden guns as well as the widely lovable Aider skin to play around with, but my big critique on the current system is that it's not much XP given for each daily and weekly bounty completed. I am aware they don't want players to get everything day 1, but considering how little you're already given, and on stream I had only leveled up once until I had to wait for the next dailies, considering the quest to heal others and co-op survival missions were bugged for me. So I did not really have any other options, so maybe a small increase in agent XP upon completion is needed just to better balance it out. And if developers feel decisive about that idea, then maybe we could get the community to vote on it and see where that goes. Then comes the regular Pilgrim Bounty quest, which for those who have played Dying Light 1 understand the flow and overall process of each, giving a bit of a small story to follow up with some greater rewards and thank you notes will be posted near your bed in the central loop. There also seems to be a very big batch of them as well as being randomized by location and each time you boot up the game, so this is another big bonus to keep the player engaged with the game, as some rewards also give you blueprints to weapons you may not own. As for the massive quality of life changes, which I will not skip over, to start off, Central Loop has gotten quite a couple interior improvements regarding its storytelling, and you can now actually see what each building used to be, whether it was a gas company or a media agency with a full-on cafeteria and dining spot. Mixing that up with additional vegetation and foliage enhancements really complements the overall world into believing that it has been years since the apocalypse, and it has been years since any human has taken any vacancy in any of these buildings, as well as the lighting getting a massive upgrade, making the overall landscape more natural. I know I have rooted a lot for a city rework, and this is such a big step in the right direction, and if it's going to be a slow rollout of slowly improving the map entirely, then I am all for it, and I'm sure Timon is aware of the copy-paste comments that are posted almost daily. Some of the Night Runner hideouts have also gotten a more natural makeover. It's given a more of a quick 10 personality, where it can now portray its theme in which you can now believe that a Night Runner had to quickly take refuge and survive for the night and cook for themselves. Next up are the train stations, in which I have to say, on top of the new lighting, really gives each new station its own personality, with fridges being ransacked, cobwebs filling the ceilings, and even some spots being boarded up with the bathroom actually connecting really well into the new room. I am really proud of the devs on going back and gradually remaking the world, so if they stay on this path, I hope one day we can look back at the game and appreciate how much better the world looks just on its own, as I believe attention to detail and its environment gets a whole lot within the story to communicate with the player into understanding how harsh the world really is. If you check onto the events tab in the community outpost, you will see there is a really new slick bundle called the First Pilgrim, which can only be obtained using Pilgrim tokens, and at the moment I saw that I quickly grew in love with it, the charm, and the new crossbow you can attain with its dope paraglider. We have also received another gift of the Scorpion returning from E3 2019, which has been altered to be a bit more balanced and visually tweaked to look like how it was back then. It also comes with its own execution, which upon completing each bounty would urge you to blueprint for the weapon and its dedicated ammo alongside it. Just to let you know, even if you missed the first week, you still have around 3 weeks to complete all bounties for all the rewards. You're welcome in advance. I am also glad community maps are being more incorporated into the game and is not treated as such as a side content tab as much, since one of the bounties is to complete Crex's map Run Boy Run in under 6 minutes and 40 seconds, giving mappers a bigger spotlight to show off their hard efforts and overall passion for map creation with the developer tools. I wanted to end things off on a more personal note in which I am grateful for the developers' hard work and dedications to not give up on the game and its community, and to strive to make it a better game than it once was, and for the amazing community that surrounds it, whether it's talking or joking with you guys on Discord or receiving some insightful transparency from the official devs. It's been one hell of a ride for this game, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds. And thank you all who watch my videos, leave a comment, and start a healthy discussion. It's all greatly appreciated. Now that the heartfelt stuff is out of the way, if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe for more broader Dying Light 2 news, information, and overall discussions. And with that being said, and as always, good night and good luck.